Yo guys, welcome back to the Transfer Daily YouTube channel where we bring you all of the latest updates from the football transfer market, and we're going to be starting off with James McAtee. And James McAtee is a player for the last few seasons. You can see the talent is there, but he hasn't managed to break in to that Manchester City squad yet. So let's wait and see. But once again, this season, limited minutes, and James McAtee is open to leaving Manchester City this summer, and we know Pep Guardiola wants a less squad, where he doesn't want a big squad, and this means that James McAtee players like this are going to all be there. We know Jack Grealish. I'm expecting quite a few exits at Man City this summer as part of a rebuild, kind of a mini rebuild, we say. And James McAtee, anyway, is open to leaving Manchester City. The reasons for this is obviously, we know its minutes this season have been very reduced, despite Pep Guardiola liking the player, but he just hasn't been able to get the minutes as he could get at another club. And we also know his contract expires in 2026, and Manchester City still yet to open talks with McAtee over a contract extension. So that's another reason for why McAtee is virtually, we can say, at the current moment, leaving Manchester City this summer and exploring his options somewhere else. And there's English clubs, we know there's several clubs interested in January, where Nottingham Forest, one of the teams who tried to take McAtee on loan. Obviously, Manchester City did not want that, and this was even when they had Morgan Gibbs-White and Anthony Elanga, so Nottingham Forest rate the player highly. At the moment, I'm not sure if their interest continues, but we wait and see. And also, from the Bundesliga, there's quite a few Bundesliga clubs, but one team that sticks out is Bayer Leverkusen, and Bayer Leverkusen currently, the priority is to get a new manager, but James McAtee is a player who they highly rate, and there is interest definitely there from Leverkusen. So let's wait and see what value Manchester City put on McAtee, but an exit for him this summer I am expecting. And once again, we're going to be talking about Reijnders, and there's a new update. So we know Manchester City's number one target for the number 8 position, Reijnders. Manchester City's starting to work on deals now for this summer, and Reijnders, obviously AC Milan, no European football. So the new update is that Manchester City are pushing for Reijnders, as I've said, and it could well maybe Manchester City's first signing this summer. The first bid Manchester City sent, from what I know, has been rejected by Milan, but a new one is expected. And AC Milan, from their point of view, they've got no European football, so a big sale is going to have to be made, and Reijnders at the moment is the only one. As we know, Theo Hernandez, Al-Hilal will probably get linked with moves away, but Reijnders is the only concrete player at the moment who has a concrete chance to leave this summer. And Manchester City, we know they're working on an agreement on the player side, and they are in advanced talks on player side for Reijnders. So let's wait and see. But once again, more updates expected on this, but that is a new update for Manchester City fans in their pursuit of Reijnders this summer. Tottenham, then, we know, won the first trophy for 17 years, the Europa League, beating Manchester United 1-0 a few days ago. And one player we're going to talk about is Matthias Tal. So in January, Tottenham worked very hard to get the loan deal for Matthias Tal, and we know that loan deal has a €50 million buy option. From what I know, Tottenham don't plan on triggering the buy option, so let's wait and see. But Tottenham Hotspur would like to keep Matthias Tal for next season. On what basis? I'm not sure. Who knows, he might approach Bayern Munich over another loan deal, which I don't know the preference for Bayern Munich, or they might approach them for a permanent transfer, but they will not trigger the buy option in the loan deal in January. So this means that Tottenham will likely try and renegotiate on different terms with Bayern, and this, as I've just said, could be a permanent or loan transfer, so we're still at the early stages, but Tottenham Hotspur, I'd expect to at least make an attempt to try and keep Matthias Tal for next season, so let's wait and see on that one. So a player now we're going to talk about is Luis Openda, and one of the top strikers. We know he's had a bit of a tough season this season, but so have Leipzig, and RB Leipzig are going to have quite a few exits, as I've already said, as Benjamin Sesko, Xavi Simons are most likely, but then you've also got Castello, Lukeba, the centre-back, and the Geertruida, and then you've also got Openda. And what can we say on Openda? So a few weeks ago I was ready to put him in a video, Openda, to say that he can leave Leipzig this summer and Leipzig are open to sign the player. But now that the person who told me that, it's now been confirmed by Sky Germany, and that is that Luis Openda can leave Leipzig this summer. And as I've already said, it's another potential exit for this summer for Leipzig. And Leipzig value Openda at around 60 million euros. So if any bids come through for 60 million euros around that fee, then Leipzig will assess it and a transfer could happen. So let's wait and see. But I expect contacts and interest in the next few weeks from clubs on Openda. As we know, Chelsea wanted him last summer as one of the top options, and there were also other clubs interested. So let's wait and see for the movements on Openda in the next few weeks. Victor Osimhen then leaving Napoli this summer is virtually guaranteed to happen. We spoke about Juventus on the channel, we spoke about Premier League clubs on the channel, Chelsea and Manchester United, but we are going to talk about Al-Hilal Saudi club. So as we know, they tried to sign him last summer, but the deal fell through at the final stages for whatever reason. But Al-Hilal have opened talks with Napoli again over the signing of Osimhen for this summer. This was reported by Foot Mercato, if I've said that right, originally. And talks have already taken place on the player side. And from what I know, Osimhen is open to the move to Saudi this summer, because we know a move in Europe for Victor Osimhen this summer is very tough because of the wages, and Premier League clubs aren't prepared to pay those wages. And Juventus obviously like the player, but at the moment for Juventus, difficult situation. We have to see what it looks like financially for them, so let's wait and see. But what I can say from recording this video at the moment, Victor Osimhen to Al-Hilal could really accelerate in the next days and weeks, because the options for Osimhen are slowly bearing down, because Manchester United won't move for him now. Who knows, Chelsea might, but the wages is a big issue for a deal for Chelsea to complete. So Saudi Arabia and Al-Hilal is the real top option for Osimhen at the moment, and Al-Hilal working to get an agreement on the player side, and then we know he can leave Napoli for around 60 million euros, this type of fee, I think it was. So let's wait and see, but talks have started once again between Al-Hilal and Napoli. Just a quick one then, and that is Luka Modric will leave Real Madrid at the end of the season. This is confirmed. So he is leaving after a great spell at the club. He's won many trophies, one of the most decorated midfielders in the history of Real Madrid. And he does leave after the Club World Cup. I was getting a few comments on X for, is he leaving after the final season, or will he play the Club World Cup? And he will play the Club World Cup, and then he will leave this summer, and Real Madrid are looking for a new midfielder now. This is confirmed, so let's wait and see. But Luka Modric, a legend of the game, leaves Real Madrid this summer, and then the plan for Modric is to retire after the World Cup in 2026. So let's wait and see where Modric moves to next. So I presume the MLS will be a real option, but let's wait and see. But thank you for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.